Mr. Lynch lives will be alive forever. Good morning, Mr. Massimo, so simply, or 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 simply, no. Yesterday, not Lynch. It's February 19th, 2025, and it's Wednesday. In Naples, they are clear at not totally clear because there are also some clouds, yes, sky and atmosphere in general, and it also seems very still now, and it's early afternoon, pratically it's noon and 17. 59 Fahrenheit, 15 Celsius. Nitimiinti stessi li coldar, quindi si piirdes, vaikka sa kuulid klassi gadgetid ju isus interpiirisid sellest reports of their segu, aga see läheb sama no remember, ikka boriga sõna bori otsa inimesi positiiv. I'm sure that I see the missing these things for this. Let's also swat, let's also set some damage my purpose effective people. Should to watch my videos, it's better and is perhaps a paradox for you, but not for me. And I didn't wish to do identical variations for practical identical operations for the spring Newton esame factor spring Newton adjective soft ولا for esame adjective 8 su notato su si che cazzi adjective da riga di neghi tre for me o sta fingo si ne da absolutely che complete vabbè tra it's cold in winter so it's cold in particular in last weeks really cold not se metate anche su mito e follow senza mia so better tu puoi sparare i mito ti sei come off mito di se daccia tre davvero di su puoi iniziare con le showers fino a freezing alle tecnologie si possono sì, thanks to the 2 points in some years always to the fate golden for this affiliate listener people, but there is also a second aspect, and this second aspect consists in increase in general. In fact, apart from last year and the past years, and in total, remember winter or if start winter increase so considering both the aspects affected right fight goal 3 points and the increase in general for me, the temperature is good. We can see also the condition situation, so all the sum of these things is good. I don't know if also for people feel similar sensations, judgment sort of me, but this from reality surely. I think of not because, for example, think of a cold shower, it's a bit impossible. General people do hot showers, I don't know. This depends on them. Instead, I'm not atmosphere today. I don't know if I can say the same thing as I just feel because it's good, but not completely. If I can be feeling as much feelings as this. In real fair, no, I think at the temperature is. I repeat this just before. 59 Fahrenheit, 15 Celsius. At the important thing is atmosphere, it's anticipating just before. Today, very decent. Yes, even if this is a beautiful sunshine near me, in my head, near my head, I also repeat this just before the opening, sun cloudy, and I think later perhaps that could be given, non if it mostly cloudy, and also that could rain if this truly remote possibility, but the Susan W is 90% of results, so as we see, and if it's clear, it's okay, skipping. Minecraft was a little bad at the moment. So series, dico, quindi noi cortiamo, insomma, su YouTube praticamente, 1 years, fact these news went in quote, because it's also logo, because we have it, these cortine read since 1 2 years, also the più intervention, was near being it, mi also knows we see materialism, ma sentire any shot, at si quanti primi giorni shot. La sega di conosciuto questo attivismo e annetto in genere avvisi possono si chiese mi metti di sentire in shot non si chiese a si quanti primi giorni shot. And finally, remember your key on NG 640, APG 635, also si chiese di prima generation. Ida, siamo the people for a genre reports, e se le critiche tue, so my brother, my sister, also myself, plus the skills, and finally, I hope you will get a breakfast. Today, it's late, at for my hours, perhaps slightly late. Fakra sihirli tamini vurmaya but at an important boys at rest fare von Drago reaction is a man to the tree, just a salary in fact in breakfast. If internet is family, I start to eat at the internet, but then materials if it was yesterday. So I think that the record, in fact, this record is a man to teach us reachable. To the repeat, close yes, as regard the record, per person is better slightly loose. Slightly late, second members. It's just rolling good. And 17. But the really important thing to show the members that we also today fortunately so I'm really hungry. And as we used to say, breakfast is also one of the most things left over. Absolutely. And since a few weeks, you know, for the new shots, with the other biscuits, but always in particular two things as regarding the milk. This is new shot, you can see is the coffee. Obviously, I told you to shock in fact, as we're going to do from the other shot fragment video, the other shot. And within this, I also that Nicholas' breakfast is always a bomb. This was last week's particular are mega bomb. And the other things about this series, because even if there are very beautiful series that are the Conan Italian series, these for me are at the second place because at first position, please, there are the PAM Italian series. In fact, I truly recommend them because they are really superb. Anzi, tomorrow I suppose if not today, perché non tomorrow to Lebanon, why see?